Y'all, when God is literally telling you that your time is now, stop ignoring that man and hop on y'all Zoom. Because, baby, baby, we on to a better life.
If it wasn't for the money, cars, and movie stars, and jewelry, and all these things I've got, I wonder, hey, would you still want me? Would you still be calling me? Still be loving me?
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Deja the Don. I'm so excited to be back. Okay. First of all, I don't want y'all to come up for my neck because I know I've been gone for so long, and honestly, life has been life, but life ain't about the life no more. Because I'm about to create my new life, baby. We about to have a new attitude. We about to have a new life because in 2024, I'm not playing. We're going to start our work now to make sure in 2024, we already set that life that we want in 2024. We're going to start it now. We have 2.5 months until 2023 is over. And baby, it's time to get on our Zoom. Zoom. Zoom.
It's it.
So yeah, I really feel like this this video itself is raw and real. So I don't want to give any fake like aesthetically pleasing oh, hey guys and welcome to my channel, and this is going to be the most aesthetically pleasing channel, and we're going to have a soft girl life and yada yada. Baby, I ain't no soft girl. I'm a boss. I'm a working woman. Now, can I be a soft girl? Sure, but we a little classy bougie ratchet over here, so we gonna make it do what it do. We gonna make it do what it do. Okay? But just because we a little classy bougie ratchet, that doesn't mean we not gonna be inspiring on this channel. I am so thankful and blessed for what God has done for me to bring you right here, right now. Literally, I I cannot wait to share my testimony with you guys because you are going to know when God tells you to do something. God will literally smack some sense into you. I promise he will. He will literally smack sense into you and make you know what time it is. It is your time. It is your time, baby. So we gonna make it do what it do. Let's get into the video, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I've been listening to that TikTok where it was like,
Come see me. Put your no magic on the mic. Houdini. Cowboy guy airflow so freely. Puffing up early. Oh, so cheesy. Never not the marijuana, right? Bred by in.
all right, guys, let's get into the video. Let's go. Y'all, when God is literally telling you that your time is now, stop ignoring that man and hop on y'all Zoom. Because, baby, we on to a better life. All right, so first of all, can I share my testimony with you guys, please? Because when I tell you this year, 2023, has been a year, like I cannot even explain to you guys what has gone on in my life within, especially the past few months from March up until now. I have been through so much trial and error. Have I have gained a lot of people in my life. Actually, I haven't gained a lot of people in my life yet, but I've made great connection. I've also lost people, friends, not passed away, but like literally snip snip, like we no longer cool type stuff. And all this stuff has led up to me recording this video today because I have really been slacking on my potential. If you guys knew me, I did YouTube. I don't want to say pretty heavily, but I was doing YouTube for quite a while, from maybe 2016, 2015. I was trying to be consistent. It gained me 300 subscribers. So I know that if I put in the work and be consistent, that I can actually, progress in YouTube. Every year I say I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, I always do not do it. And I do not know why. I do not know why. And then I sit up here every day being like, dang, these YouTube girlies out here doing it. I want to be on the other side. I want people to see me and what I have to offer because I feel like I have so much insight about my life that needs to be shared. I would love to share my voice to make sure that girls or people alike do not feel alone. And I know my time is now. I've said that plenty of times, and my time is now, and my heart was never in it. But this time, I'm feeling something in my soul. And now that I'm saying this, you guys have to hold me accountable because I cannot just sit here and tell you guys that it's in my soul, it's in my soul, and then boom, y'all don't see me, I fall off the face of the earth. Like I did talk about, oh, doing YouTube in 2022. No, we're not doing that no more, baby. We actually need to put out some content because in 2024, my vision board needs to be stacked up with some new stuff. Now, I did make a vision board for 2023 that I actually did. I think I did a pretty good job in fulfilling a lot of this stuff, but there's a lot of things on this YouTube, not YouTube, I'm sorry, on my vision board that I did not accomplish, that I've had since January. One, I had like a picture of my camera that I'm gonna try to insert in here. Other, I wanted 1K subscribers by the end of the year, which is not possible. It's still October 16th, but I feel like I should have been hopped on my Zoom a long time ago, but I did not. Why? Because I just did not feel like the time was right. It was so much going on that made me feel like, yeah, I could do it, but not right now. I could do it, but not right now. I just wasn't feeling it in my soul. But I've had a series of events that has happened and it smacked me up and put me down to being where I am today. So I'm here to share my testimony with you guys. All right, guys. So let's date back to March. No, let's date back to February 2023, right? So I had like a homegirl at the time who had a girlfriend, and I was like low key talking to somebody at the time, and trust me, this is going to make sense once I say everything right. So, I was talking to somebody at the time, but like I knew it wasn't really working out between us because we just had different values in life, and that's fine. Like, big ups to them. But I just knew like in reality we just did not align. So I ended up talking to my friend's girlfriend's friend. And I ain't gonna lie, they did a big one on me. So shout out to you if you see this, and I mean in the worst way. I feel like that whole like relationship with just like those friends in general, plus the person that I was dating at the time, it it led me down to like a kind of a spiral. It was a lot of things that transpired during like the group friendship that was not working, unfortunately. But I just remember like the person I was talking to, I just realized that they had such a negative view on life. And this is not to put them down or anything, and I'm sorry if you see this, but they had such a negative view on life. And it made me appreciate what I had more because I'm like, dang, they can't even, they, like, you give them a rose, they go and stick themselves with the thorns type shit. So I was so thankful that I had more of a positive outlook on life. But then when we ended things, I realized like that person was really, really dragging me down. So, long story short, what came out of like me breaking free from that person and also those friends, we had a friendship breakup. I had a talking breakup. So it was just a breakup with all of them. So, what came out of that is I was like, I need to start a business. So, I think that with all that stuff, all those connections that just ended up failing, well, not going to say failing, I think the connections were successful because it led to my business, which is rug making. So I do make custom rugs. Follow me on Instagram at toughgirlrugs.com. No, not .com, but just follow me at toughgirlrugs. I'll put it down here somewhere. Um, and then also, yeah, after me and that person broke things off, I was on my Zoom with rugs, and I found out that I had a natural talent for making rugs. A lot of people think it's easy, but it's not as easy as it seems. I promise you, it takes a lot of patience and stuff. And honestly, I've been manifesting a business. I've been manifesting a business for so long. I've been wanting a business that spoke to me. I used to do hair. I used to do makeup. I stayed with the business, but my heart wasn't in it. But when I started making rugs and I found out how creative and artistic and talented I was, oh baby, I was in my bag real bad. Like I was so excited. And when people ask me, well, like, how did you start making rugs and stuff? I always tell them, God gave it to me. God gave me that natural talent. I've manifested me wanting to do rugs. No, not even me wanting to do rugs. I've manifested having a business that is going to align with my artistic skills, something that will teach me how to be patient, something that will fulfill me. And that's how rug making came about. So like I felt like the friend cutoff was beneficial to my career starting, and actually it's doing really good. I've taken a break in October because I kind of wanted to focus on YouTube a little bit more, and like another thing that I'm gonna tell y'all about once the story goes on. But I'm very thankful for those experiences, and God was like, you got this business. This business is in your bag. So I listened to him. Also, another big thing that happened was actually very recent, which is why I'm actually doing this video right now and why I have all this equipment as well. Like, you would think I'm about to do a podcast, and that's because I was supposed to. Um, so I think this was like the big smack in the face from God, and I don't mean that like in no disrespect at all, but baby, I decided like, oh guys, I want to do a podcast. I feel like I got stuff to say. And by the way, that is still in the making. The podcast is still gonna happen, baby. Trust and believe. But the initial thought of the podcast itself did not work out well. I had a friend that I wanted to co-host with. I had a feeling, and they said, well, she said that she still like she did want to do the podcast, but after she like heard some of the clips back, she realized it did not align with her. And when I initially got that message from her that she did not want to do the podcast anymore, I was absolutely pissed. Like I was so pissed because I felt like I put my heart and soul into that podcast. And I feel like it was kind of just like I don't want to say a fuck you, but it felt like a fuck you to me. But as I let time pass by with that, I was like, it's not a fuck you, Deja, because if that doesn't align with my friend at that time, then that's absolutely fine. Who am I to tell her what should sit right with her soul and what shouldn't sit right with her soul? And at the end of the day, I feel like that right there brought me to where I am right now, here with this mic and this little thingamahoogie. I don't know what this thing is right here, the screen thing. And like the headphones, I got lights going on. And I feel like all of this was to set me up to literally set me up to like do my solo stuff. Like just in my solo stuff. So I'm actually very grateful for my friend for like living up to her truth so I can kind of express my truth in a way. So I think everything happens for a reason. And God was like, baby, this is about to happen to you. But guess what? When this door closes, you about to have a bigger door open with a plethora of blessings, more than you could ever imagine, baby. I just need you to put in the work. So I'm here putting in the work because God told me to. God told me to, and we're gonna get this joint popping. We're gonna get it popping. But also, I feel like I'm just like so giddy doing this because I went to work today. I told myself all day, Deja, you have to record today. You have to record today because if you don't, you're going to lose your momentum. And I do not want to lose my momentum. That's one thing I'm so big about right now is just really sticking to my word because I have that thing where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. And as soon as I like get home or I'm tired, I'm like, I'm not recording nothing. I'm not doing nothing. But I'm not doing that because, well, I'm not gonna say I'm not doing that, but like today felt different because I told myself with the intent to record. I drank extra coffee today. I made sure I had this stuff set up so when I got home, I would be good. I did my makeup. I made sure my dog was good. And everything is set up. I played around with the audio. I played around with the video to see what works. And I am so satisfied. Like, I am so happy looking at myself right here in the viewfinder. Like, Deja, you're doing the damn thing. Like, you really doing your due. I'm doing my big one, y'all. So, I just wanted to kind of share for you guys, like, if you're lost or if you feel like you're in an uncomfortable space in life right now, that you're about to have a major breakthrough, sis. And when God calls for you, when he calls for you, you better answer. Now, I don't mean like take you home like you about to pass call you. But when God tells you to be like, the time is now, you better pick up that phone and say you ready. Even if you don't feel like you ready, you gonna be ready. Trust me, you gonna feel that. You gonna feel it in your soul. Because if Also, if you also wait for the perfect time, you're going to be waiting forever. And my therapist told me that last week. Shout out to you, Monet. But literally, my therapist told me that last week, or no, a few weeks ago. Like, if I wait for the perfect time to start my podcast, if I wait for the perfect time to start a YouTube channel, if I wait for the perfect time for whatever, I'm gonna be waiting forever. The timing is now. Now is perfect. Okay. So let's hop on our Zoom. I'm gonna give you some signs to show you that you're on the right path and God is about to come through and your life is about to turn out for the better. Let's get into it. Just want to give out a disclaimer that the stuff that I'm about to tell you guys, like the signs that you're literally about to glow up, that God is going to give you that sign to go hard. This is more so from personal experience, but I've also shared these feelings and beliefs with other people and they kind of agreed on it. So this is coming from personal experience. Everybody else's experience will vary depending on what's going on in their life, but I'm happy to share mine and hopefully it helps somebody out. And you know, I got my handy dandy notebook right here, so I'm going to read it off. So, this is one that I experienced. My first one is that your community is going to change around you. I just told you, literally, I was losing friends and finding peace. And what Drake said, honestly, that sounded like a fair trade to me for real. It sounded like a fair trade because when I lost my friend, when I started losing people that I thought were there for me, I really leveled up because I had so much more time to spend with myself. I had so much more time to spend with myself and really find joy in my craft. So when I was losing friends, like with the whole situation I told you about before, that's when I got into my artistic bag. I was able to create a business. You see that this rug right here, I made myself. Like I made this rug. I have all my rugs like around the house and stuff. I do sell them at pop-up shops. I do custom orders as well. And baby, when I tell you, it is one of the most rewarding businesses I ever had. And you know, I've been celebrating my wins, even if it's by myself. I've just been celebrating. And also with that business opportunity, I was able to connect with so many like-minded business people like me who just out here trying to make it. Excuse me. If you got if you guys do not know, I'm from the DMV area, Maryland to be exact, but PG County girl, not, the other Maryland. But yeah, big PG County girl in here. So I actually had an topic. Why would I ever talk like that? Oh my God. So I had the opportunity to do a pop up shop this summer that was so fun. Like, I was able to connect with so many new business people that I still actually talk to a few of them today. There's a lot of dope artists out here in the DMV area when it comes to like rapping or clothing design. Like, baby, one guy get all our clothes from Fashion Nova. There's some dope, really, really, really dope designers out here. And just being able to connect with them. All right, guys. So sorry. So my camera had like overheated or whatever. Look, this is why I need a new camera because I've had this camera since like 2015, and this camera has been around since 2013. And honestly, the quality isn't that bad, but child, it needs to stop overheating. Like, just calm down, baby. Calm down. But as I was saying, like making those connections with certain people who are in the business industry, who are trying to just make it hustle hard, have that same ooh, what's that word? What's that word? Ambition, motivation, and drive as you. That shit is dope. Like it was so inspiring and just it just like really reminded me that I can find my tribe out here who's here for me. So I think that if you start losing friends and finding peace, baby, then you're on the right track. And it may hurt at first, but trust me, you're gonna come out that girl on top. Or that boy on top, or that they on top. I don't care what you are, but you gonna come out on top, okay? Period. All right, so sign number two that you're about to level up, or that God is about to tell you that it's time, is that you're gonna start feeling really uncomfortable or scared. And that is completely normal, guys. Like, if you start feeling like scared or uncomfortable, you might be uncomfortable in your living situation, uncomfortable with your job, uncomfortable with the people in your environment, uncomfortable with yourself. All that stuff is a good sign because with uncomfortability comes change. Cause who likes to be comfortable? Who I mean I like to be comfortable, but who likes to be uncomfortable? I sure don't. So, like, when you are uncomfortable with something in life, that is telling you that you need to change. That is really a sign from God saying, baby, you need to change this. If you don't like this, you need to change this because you're evolving. Look at you. Look at where you at and look at the people around you. Are they like you? Are they like-minded like you? Or are they stuck in a rut while you're trying to excel? Does that make you comfortable? Is your job making you comfortable? Do you feel safe there? Do you feel happy there? Are you happy at your job? Do you love your career? Do you like your living situation? If that all that makes you uncomfortable, baby, it's time to put in that work to get gone. When that resonates with me, I'm currently working on that. I was actually uncomfortable watching YouTube and not being on YouTube. I was uncomfortable watching these girls, even though I'm so proud of them. I have some bomb YouTubers that I love. Shout out Glamazante, shout out D'Era, shout out I am Chelsea Janae. Like, man, those are my top three and not number three. Like, I don't have no specific order, but I love those three so much. But I would look at these girls like, dang, I could really be doing this, but I'm just sitting here watching, which is not a problem to watch because I'm gonna always support my girls. But like, I got the equipment, so let me hop on my Zoom and get on my stuff. So that's what I'm doing now. If I'm uncomfortable with seeing me sitting here on the outside looking in, then I'm gonna make that change. So that's why I'm making this video. If you guys, I like this quote, even though people think it's corny, but it's by Britney Spears, and it's like there's only two type of people in the world: ones that entertain and those who observe. It's from a song Circus. I know I sound crazy, but yes, surroundings no good. Cut it out. What's that they say? Shut it down.
You can't be friendly. Girls take friendly as flirty. Shut it down.
Shut it down. Sign number 3 that you're about to level up is when you start taking accountability for your own life. Literally. Like, once you start taking charge of what you do in your life and realize that you are the main character in your story, you know you're about to level up. You know how many people live in the shadows in the background of somebody else and aren't living in their own truth? Almost everybody does that. Almost everybody has done that in a point in their life where they're literally just living vicariously behind somebody else, just trying to see what to do next. A lot of people need leadership, but we could be that leader if we want to. Literally, like I said, two types of people in this world: those that entertain and those who observe. So which one you going to be? You going to be the entertainer or you going to be the observer? I promise you the entertainer's probably doing a little bit better. It depends. If you're happy being an observer, you know, some people like to watch from the outside in, but that's literally neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is that you need to live in your truth and take accountability. There are a lot of things in our lives that we can change. You don't like your job? Oh my gosh, no, I'm gonna sound like Kim Kardashian. Do not cancel me. Do not cancel me. But a lot of people who have the resources to change their lives, they can. So let me rephrase that. Those who have the capability and the resources to change their life, they can do it. And when I say this, I mean, let's say somebody's just sitting on their butt all day like, man, I need a job or something like that. Okay. There's a lot of people that's hiring right now. It is about to be the holiday season. Honestly, I don't want to say it's not hard to get a job because I'm pretty sure there's people out here who try to get a job, but start off small. Like literally fast food chains are hiring, Walmart's, Targets, a lot of places are hiring for the holiday season. There are ways to get a job or at least get some money without like literally doing illegal things. And I don't want to sound like rude when I say that, like to just go get a job. Like Kim Kardashian was like, people don't like to work nowadays.
I have the best advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days.
That's so true.
You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do because you have one life. No toxic work environments, and show up and do the work.
I feel like once you realize that you are accountable for the stuff that you do in life and the decisions that you make now literally will affect everything you do in life after. Cause and effect. I tell my kids this all the time. Not my kids, but my students. I tell my students this all the time. Like, there is a cause and effect for everything. So the stuff y'all do now, be very mindful of the stuff y'all do because it will follow you into the future. So I just think that once you realize like, wow, I have a part in this. Let me change that within myself. You will be better off. Accountability. All right. The fourth sign that you're going to level up and that you better get that call from God is I feel like, and this is from personal reasons, I feel like when you start isolating yourself, that is a sign that you're about to glow up. And this doesn't mean to like, you know, disassociate yourself from the world and hide in a dark room all day. That's not what I mean. But like when you realize that you can spend time with yourself and you're content with that and you don't need people around you, that leads for a major glow up because even though humans, we're designed to need people. We need people, believe it or not. But at the same time, I feel crazy saying this, but like we physically need people to survive, but also to be content with yourself is a beautiful skill that not a lot of people have. A lot of people do not know how to be by themselves and they're miserable with themselves. Like if you cannot sit with yourself for a long period of time and be like, oh my gosh, like I'm about to go crazy, I need somebody, then I think we have some work to do. And I used to be that girl. Like I used to have to be distracted with other people. I needed to go out. I needed to, get some drinks. I hung out with people that didn't even like me for real, just so I didn't have to be alone. And I'm not doing that for myself. I told people I'd so much rather be alone in my own bubble doing my own thing rather than hang out with people who that I know are not good for me. And that's why I don't go out as much. Or if I do, I'll go by myself. Take myself out on a date. Make myself happy. Buy myself flowers. Like, when's the last time you bought yourself flowers? And that's why also, I don't talk to nobody. I don't want to say I don't date because I've tried to date, even though, the dating pool got a little salt and vinegar chips in it. I don't know what it is, but the dating pool is trash. So let's get that straight. But also, now that I know my worth, it is so much harder for me to date because I don't deal with simple bullshit. Like I don't like the bare minimum, and a lot of people all they want to give is the bare minimum with stuff. And once they find out I'm not that type of girl, it don't work out, and that's completely fine. Because I'd rather sit and stay in my truth and be content with who I am and not lose that of me than to conform to make somebody else happy or satisfied with being a bare minimum person. So if that makes sense, I hope it does. But that came with isolation. That came with days and days and days of sitting by myself, whether it was working on my craft or journaling or just walking my dog, just chilling. Like I was content. I was okay. And I realized, wow, some of these people were not meant for me. Like I was hanging out with people who were no good for me. I was finding out who was talking behind my back because I isolated myself. Oh, now I'm moving fun of me because I'm moving for myself because I'm trying to level up for myself. Now I'm moving funny. I don't understand that. And the quieter you are, the more laid back you are, the more you find out what people say about you, what they say about each other. And that stuff make you not want to hang out with nobody. That stuff make you want to hang out with nobody. So, yeah, isolation equals elevation. All right. And the fifth sign that you are about to level up or that God is actually, this is what I actually call, this is the calling from God. And it is your password with God. And I will explain what the password with God is, but I've seen my password with God come multiple times. And it just reminds me every time that I'm on the right track. I could share a story about that. So basically, I can share my password now because I have a new password. So I've had two instances where I've seen my password with God. So a password is God with God is basically something that you ask for, like a sign or something to give you clarity to let you know that you're on the right path. For example, I had a disco ball. I said, God, and this is when I was going through a really rough patch during the summertime. I was really down and out about certain things. I wasn't feeling my best. And I remember saying, God, my password with you is a disco ball. Now I do have a dog and her name is Disco, so I said I want that disco ball to have nothing to do with my dog. I want to like somehow like see a disco ball for real. And I let it go for a while because I made a password a while ago and it took me like a month to finally see it. But I remember just having like this huge falling out with my mother. And I was kind of fresh, like freshly new in my business and stuff. So I had this argument with my mother and it hurt me so bad. Like I was like really deep in my feelings. I like took a drive. It was like almost 12 o'clock in the morning. I remember I was just like so down, like, oh my God, I can't I can't stand what I'm going through right now. I was so hurt, so triggered and traumatized by what was going on. And don't judge me, y'all, because y'all might think that y'all might think that this is just common knowledge, but I did not know. So we had just gotten a Raising Canes in the Waldorf area, right? I feel like y'all, some of y'all gonna laugh because you're gonna be like, "Girl, I already know where you going with this," but I remember I had drove to Raising Canes because I was like, "Dang, I'm sad and I'm hungry." So I went to Raising Canes, right, and I had to go inside. And I went inside. My eyes were puffy because I was crying. I looked so sad. I looked like I was not cared for or loved. And I looked up and like they had a disco ball in the restaurant. And that joint tripped me out because I ain't never seen no disco ball in no restaurant before. So when I saw that, first of all, I immediately broke down in tears again in that daggone Raising Canes. Everybody was looking at me like, bitch, what's wrong with you? But seriously, like I was just like, so I had to excuse myself to the bathroom and I was like, but yeah, I got myself together and I felt such, it was like a cry of relief. Like it might sound very generic, but that meant so much to me. Just seeing that disco ball, that just kept me on the right track. That made me feel like I was still doing what I needed to do. I was so thankful for that night. I got home, hit my mom up, apologized to her, talked to her, tell her I love her, and we're going to get through it. Mother daughter drama type stuff. So when I saw that, like it really, really brought me to tears. It made me so emotional, and so I remember I created a second password in God with God. Sorry. Um, so I remember I said that I wanted to see a pink Jeep. Because I do aim to get a pink Jeep in the future. And I don't see them often. I see all other types of colored Jeeps here, like in the area, but I don't see pink. So I just actually saw this last week or 2 weeks ago. I saw a pink Jeep, like the exact shade of pink that I wanted, the exact model of the Jeep, and all drive past me in slow mo. It was a bomb, like badass chick in there doing her do. And I was like, oh yeah. So my passwords with God have been passworded. And if you don't feel comfortable calling it a password with God, you can call it a password with the universe, with their higher being, higher up, because it still does go hand in hand. Like you're literally putting the energy out in the world, like, please give me a sign that I'm on the right track. And those signs will come. Now, if you say that you want to see a doodle bop, you ain't gonna see no doodle bop. Guys, my camera's really playing with me. It keeps saying I'm overheated, like I gotta cool down. Ooh, like Stunning Chanel put me up in jail. Don't get me started. I love Beyonce, but yeah. So I feel like if you do your password with God or password with the universe, do something that's not common, but also do something that's realistic. Like you're not going to see, like, I don't want to say you're not gonna see a flying dragon shit. You might on TV or something, but like just be realistic, but also be very specific with your passwords with God. So I feel like those 5 things for me have really showed me that I'm on the right path, and it has brought me to where I am right now filming this video. And I am so excited to see this channel grow. I've been slacking on this channel for so long, but I want to keep myself accountable, and also I want I want you guys to glow up and grow up with me, because in 2024 we should already be ahead of the game. But that's going to be in a whole nother video, because we got to create vision boards, baby, all the way in October. Okay. So the life that we are aiming for, Why are we waiting until January 1st? Start it now so it seems more attainable on January 1st, 2024. And plus, you never know. Life is too short, so you always got to just do it now. Why are we waiting? Do it now. Do it now. Do it now, baby. Start that YouTube channel. Be a content creator. Whatever you want to do in life, just do it now. The time is now. You will be so thankful looking back and say, wow, I did it. I did it. All you just have to do is literally do it. Guys, it just makes me so emotional because I can't believe I'm really sitting here doing this, and I actually put in a lot of effort to make this video, and I really pray that everything turns out well with like the audio. I know if the audio doesn't turn out well on here, at least I have it on the camera, so thank God for that. I have spent hundreds of dollars on equipment just for this moment right here. I want to shout out, my old friends who have gotten me to this place. Thank you for showing me my path in life. Thank you for everything. I am beyond blessed. I'm just beyond blessed, and I'm so excited for the people who are coming into my life, and I cannot wait to hear you guys like testimonies and stories about what's going on in your life. Literally, I just want us to be a family in this. So as we grow this channel, and I don't really have a niche, which I need to have a niche for this channel, but I do definitely want to talk about things that are going on in my life. I want to feel realistic because I might not be the most aesthetically pleasing like lifestyle person, but baby, it's real. It's real over here. So we're gonna keep it real. Hopefully we'll have some vlogs coming up. Podcast is still coming soon. So if you see the same little setup for a podcast, and you see another podcast channel, make sure y'all subscribe to that because we're gonna be getting down and dirty on that podcast. But yes, this is gonna conclude the video. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I hope and pray that you all live out your dreams. And don't forget that when God is calling you, you better answer that phone. Oh. But yeah, we here to level up, and enjoy life. Stay blessed. Love you all. Good night.